Hi viola players, Miss Kettlecamp here. This is a video to show you a little bit about this fun song, called Hunters of Avatar. It's like a fun kind of rock and roll type of song. So I'm just going to show you a few things about it that you need to know. The first thing is whenever you see like this kind of like X'd out note in music, it usually means that you have to play some type of special effect, like not a normal like viola note. So here it gives you the instruction to stomp foot. So you're gonna go stomp, stomp for 2 beats. And then here's some just normal plain old A's. And then you're gonna come over here and there's another X'd out note. And the direction here is to yell, hey! So we're gonna do stomp, stomp, rest, A, rest, rest, hey, rest. And then they don't put the directions here on these notes, but since it's the same pattern, you're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna go stomp, stomp, rest, A, rest, rest, hey, rest. And then you do it again. So here's 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and then the last time, it's almost the same except you don't do the hey. You only do the hey 3 times. Okay, but every time you see the 2 X notes together, those are stomps. So let's play together from the beginning to number 9. You can play along with me or you can just listen, whatever you feel like doing. I'll count us off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey! 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 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that brings us to number 9. When you're stomping your feet, like right after you do, you want to make sure that your bow is ready to go. Because if you're stomping and you go, oh my gosh, I have to play A's right there, you're going to be late on your A's. So you want to make sure that your bow is like ready to go. So you're like, you can even put your bow on the string while you're stomping. Okay, let's move on to number 9. And it says H2 over the top of the first note at number 9. And all that means, see that H2? Sometimes you'll see H2, sometimes you'll see L2. H2 stands for high 2, and that's when you just put your second finger on the tape, if you still have your tapes, for your second finger, and then an L2 would be like this finger pattern. So since it says H2, you're gonna do just a normal second finger there like you would on your tapes. And that note happens to be a B on your G string. So it's gonna sound like, move to D here, now down to an A. There are little tiny dots above all of these notes, and that means you gotta play it short. So don't try to play it like this. You gotta do it nice and short so there's space between all the notes. Okay. And then at 13, we get this kind of melody sounding part at number 13. Sounds like this. And that last note that I just ended on also has an H2 on it. This is in measure 16. So that means you're going to play that note on your tape as well, H2. It's a C sharp is what the name of that note is. Okay, and then we have at 17. I'll just go ahead and play it. You can play along with me or just listen. Here's 17. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 17 to 25. Be careful with this measure here. You've got to really count. You've got to count all these bees that you're playing, so that you make sure when you get to, so you've got all these bees. This got a little bit funny looking, but those are still just bees. So, and then here you've got to switch to an A right in the middle of the measure. So make sure you're going 4 B's and then switch to A's. Okay, and then all of the 2's, all of your second fingers are going to be on the tape for that. This whole thing. Okay, number 25, we have a G note, and it's a whole note, so you got to count to 4 for it. This part sounds a little smoother. It doesn't have the dots and it's not short, so we can make our bows maybe sound a little more smooth. So here's number 25. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 31. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause right here. Here's number 39. Remember the half notes that have a dot right next to them? You have to count to 3 for those. So here's number 39. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's the whole first page of Hunters of Avatar. Let's move to the second page and see what we got. Okay, at 47, I see more eighth notes with little dots on them. Whoops. And I see also on this line that we are going to do some more foot stomping here with these little X'd out notes. So we're going to play nice and short here. Make sure you're keeping track of when you're supposed to switch notes. So we have some G's here, we have some A's here, more G's, and then B's with your second finger. And then we go stomp, stomp. This note, I don't know if you've learned this note yet, but this is 2 fingers on your C string. Okay, so yeah, so we do 2 fingers on the C string, and then we have stomp, stomp. Okay, so let's start at 47 and hear how that sounds. By the way, 2 fingers on your C string, the name of that note is E. Okay, here's 47. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stomp, stomp. Stomp, stomp. Hey. Alright, so this is a fun part. You really gotta watch out. And I almost messed it up. Right before the end of this line here, whoops, right before you have to yell hey, you can see a huge line that goes from the beginning of the line to where it says SFZ. SFZ stands for a really fun Italian word that is sforzando. Sforzando. It's really fun to say. You should try it. And a sforzando is kind of like how it sounds. It's like a forceful, like big accent. So I'll start at 51 and play that whole line for you again. So here's 51. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey. So I tried to really make a big punch on that last sforzando note. Also that long line, just in case you didn't remember, it's called a crescendo, and you have to start a little quiet and then get louder and louder till you get to the sforzando. Okay, I am going to just play for you now from 55 to the end of this page, and feel free to play along with me or listen or save this video for later and play along later, but here is 55 to the end of this page. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is the end of the second page there. You might feel silly shouting hey and stomping your feet all by yourself, but if we ever get to play this all together as a group, like all of you shouting hey and stomping at the same time will like wake your audience up and they will be so excited. It'll be a really big sound. That's all I'm going to show you for now with this song. So happy practicing. Let us know if you have any questions. And I hope you enjoy practicing Hunters of Avatar.